How you doing, John?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Doing all right?
Can you come with me, please? I want to talk to you outside.
No, I'm gonna stay right here. It's a public event. No,
Okay.
don't touch my stuff.
John.
Do not touch my body cam is running right now. Get away from me. I don't need to listen to
No, I'm just going to stay with you.
Get away from me. Go. Go. Get. Shoot.
Unfortunately,
Carry on.
you don't tell me what to do. I'm not escorting you.
Okay, can you get this man away from me?
Trespass
Can you
warning.
get this man away from the 5 civilians who assaulted me and I'd like to press charges on, sir? Are you prepared to
They
take...
escorted you out and those are peace officers.
No.
This is a crime. It's an incident involving a county deputy. Usually when there's an incident that involves an officer of an agency, it's handled by the agency.
I was just waiting to listen to him speak, and at that point they walked over to me. They asked me to step outside because they wanted to talk to me. I said no, I would like to stay here, this is a public event. And he at that time I had my phone and my gimbal on the table. He reached down, snatched that, and then physically picked me up. Him and 5 other guys continuously assaulted me and basically threw me outside. At that point they called the police. Lake Jackson Police Department showed up. They trespassed me from the Lake Jackson Civic Center.
The Brazoria County law enforcement establishment has proven just how ugly local politics can get. Richard Foreman is a captain at the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office, and he's running to be the elected sheriff. John Gray is his most vocal opponent, and the deputies want to silence him.
Mr. Gray, what's going on today?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Got your ID with you?
I don't
Do you have your ID with you, sir?
I'm just here to protest this campaign event, and I don't see where that's against the
Are
law.
you standing on a public roadway obstructing my traffic?
Your public roadway? It wouldn't this be?
I am responsible for it, yes.
This is a public easement, sir.
I pulled up on this side, the fog line. That is the public roadway.
Okay.
All right. You stay right here.
Foreman's campaign slogan is, quote, everyone's sheriff.
The event said open to the public, did it not? And
Not
this
you.
guy wants to be sheriff, people.
Not you.
This guy, it's not open. Oh, it's open to the public, everybody except for me.
Not you.
And why is that?
Not you.
Why is it not open to me?
I'm just saying.
Why is it not
You're
open
not
to me?
welcome here. I
Why
just
is
said-
it not opening to me?
I just said.
Look at all these are the tyrants right here,
I just
people.
said, you're
These
not
are the
welcome.
tyrants.
Hey.
Back off me.
Perhaps it's time to rethink that campaign marketing material. It happened at a public campaign event at the Lake Jackson Civic Center, which is a public facility owned and operated by the city. John Gray RSVP'd and provided ample notice to the campaign that he was attending. Now, the campaign could have contacted him ahead of time and asked him not to come, but apparently they had bigger plans for John. An off-duty deputy tried to get John out back to talk, and when John prudently decided to stay in public surrounded by witnesses, the deputy stole his camera equipment and attacked him.
How you doing, John?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Doing all right?
Can you come with me, please? I want to talk to you outside. for a
No,
minute.
I'm gonna stay right here. It's a public event. No,
Okay.
don't touch my stuff.
John.
Do not touch my body cam is running right now.
I know. Come on.
No, do not touch my stuff. Give me my stuff back.
Come on. Come on.
Give me my stuff back.
John, please. Come
Give
on.
me my stuff back.
Come on.
Give me my stuff back.
Get your stuff back, but there's no reason.
This is a public event.
Right now. Come on.
This is a public event.
No. Come on.
This is a public event.
Come on.
Get your hands off me.
Come on.
Get your hands off me.
I know.
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Take your stuff. Hold this. John, listen.
Get the fuck off me. Body cam, bitches, right there.
I know. Hold on.
Give me my shit.
Hold on. Let
Give me my
get your
shit.
stuff.
I want my shit.
We're gonna get it.
I want my shit right now.
Where's it at? Hold on. That's not everything. John, you got something else here. Here, let me see it. Thank you. Thank you, John.
About to go live, bitches.
That's fine. You need to leave.
Get away from me.
need
This is
to
a
leave.
public building.
I understand.
This is a public building.
Please leave.
No.
Leave.
Hell no. Get away from me. Stop touching me right now.
John.
Stop touching me.
John.
Stop touching me. Get away.
Hey.
After John recovered his property, he tried to leave to safety, but the deputies continued to harass him, possibly trying to get him alone in the parking lot. Who knows what would have happened then?
He never identified as an officer.
I'm sorry that he
All I
did
knew
not.
is some big guy was asking me to step outside. And we know in Texas, what does it mean when someone asks you to step outside like that? As they're putting their hands on you and as they're stealing your property? That's taken a different way.
Sergeant Nasetra of the Lake Jackson Police Department arrived and talked to the deputies. He didn't interview John or get his side of the story. Lake Jackson Police trespassed John.
I'm going to go inside here. So
Okay.
I'm going to talk to somebody here
Okay.
with the Civic Center. If they want you criminal trespass, then you're going to be criminal trespass for this property.
Nasetra later told me that the trespass came from the city of Lake Jackson and not the Foreman campaign.
The people, the law enforcement personnel that were there, the persons that were there, were not the ones that requested the criminal trespass. It was the actual people who worked for the city of Lake Jackson, who were employed by the city of Lake Jackson Civic Center. What we were dealing with at that time, and it was based off of his demeanor, and the people at the Civic Center did not want him there.
It gets even worse. Next, you'll see how the police and the political establishment manipulated reality in order to turn the victim into the bad guy. Richard Foreman and Lake Jackson quickly spread lies about what had happened. Lake Jackson said at this event last evening, a person came to the event, did not pay the entry fee, and was asked to leave the event by the renter. This person apparently did not want to leave, hence the need to criminal trespass them from the event when they continued to refuse to leave the event. They later backed off of the idea of whether a fee was actually required to attend. Foreman said that John came in the back door without paying, scaring people in the room. He said, "There's no thugs here. I will always defend good people from criminals. I was raised knowing right from wrong." The deputies try to marginalize John by saying he's controlled by others. They say he's unstable, that he's out of control. And they didn't stop with just John. Many of you spoke up after you saw what happened. The Richard Foreman supporters call you the Cop Watch crazies. And now they're trying to charge John with the offenses that they committed. They're claiming that he assaulted this woman when he walked behind her. They're claiming that she was offended.
So anyway, let me explain to everybody what's going on. I'm going to walk around. Please get out of
Go ahead. Please don't bump into me.
You're bumping into me.
No. Just don't bump into me, please.
All right, guys. He doesn't want me to bump into him. He won't get away from me. This is the type of shit you'll get when you vote for Foreman, people.
The reality is that John was quietly documenting a political event of public interest for less than 3 minutes before off-duty deputies who support Foreman for sheriff kicked him out.
Except for the 5 civilians who assaulted me and I'd like to press charges on, sir. Are you prepared to take...
They escorted you out, and those are peace officers.
They're peace officers. They
Yes,
never
they are.
identified to me as peace officers.
They are peace
Well, that makes sense because they were disturbing the peace because I was sitting there peacefully, sir.
Okay.
John later went to the police department to file a report.
The more important thing is the assault that happened. Let's
Okay, it happened at,
do you haven't seen the video yet?
no, sir.
Do you have a cell phone?
I can't look it up.
Okay. I'm gonna go get my second phone real quick. And
What I'm asking is, this event happened, or this incident occurred at Mr. Foreman's event?
yes, sir.
Who's with the sheriff's department, correct?
He's running for sheriff.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's with the sheriff's department?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Then you need to refer to the county sheriff's department.
It happened in Lake Jackson. This is
Well,
an assault. This is a criminal complaint. I would like to make a criminal complaint, not against Foreman, about a gentleman named Stephen Buchanan.
Okay. Well, like I said, I talked to Sergeant Nasetra prior to coming here. He told me to inform you to contact Brazoria County Sheriff's Department.
I'm here to make a criminal complaint.
I'm just letting you know what he told me.
Okay.
He said our administration, Lake Jackson administration, told him to refer you to Brazoria County.
But it happened in Lake Jackson. There was an assault in Lake Jackson.
In Brazoria County, correct?
Yes, but it was an assault that took place at a Lake Jackson building.
Okay. Like I said, I'm telling you what our administration said.
So I need you to
Contact
take the
Brazoria
criminal
County.
complaint, man.
Hmm?
I need you to take the criminal
They
complaint.
referred. Yeah, they told me to refer you to
I'm
Brazoria
not.
County.
No, this happened. This is a crime that was committed in Lake Jackson.
Okay.
You're the Lake Jackson Police Department,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
If it was me pushing you, where would that complaint be filed?
If you were pushing me, you'd be in custody.
Yes.
Okay. And
That's a good point you have there.
Yeah.
That's a very good point, because I was just pushed by five or six officers,
Okay.
and they're not in custody.
Okay.
Why are you different than me?
Refer to the Brazoria County.
No, sir. This is a crime that happened in Lake
That's
Jackson.
what I got told to tell you. I told by our
Who told you?
administration,
Who told you that?
Assistant Chief Anderson. Okay. So if you have any more additional problems, any concerns,
So you're not. So you're telling me you're not going to take my criminal complaint?
just say, I got told to refer you to Brazoria County.
Okay. Can I speak with your supervisor?
Deal.
But just hours earlier, this is what Sergeant Nesetra told me.
Okay, and if he did that, y'all would accept his report?
Be better if he wants to do that, probably tomorrow would probably be the best time if he would want to do that. But if he's claiming to be the victim of an assault and he has that proof of an assault, then he needs to come up here.
I'm here to file a criminal complaint
Okay, sir.
on a crime that happened in Lake Jackson, on Lake Jackson City property. There's absolutely no reason why I have to go to Brazoria County for that.
I was advised by my administrator.
And what is the administrator's name?
His
again?
name is Assistant Chief Chris Anderson.
Okay.
He advised me that if you came up here to talk to you and advise you that
So you
because
don't-
it was involving an off-duty county deputy, okay, and this was, and he apparently
special
was,
rights?
he was apparent, no,
Have you seen the
the
video?
information forwarded to county. I seen partial of your video. where
Then
they
you saw
asked
the
to
crime.
leave.
Then you saw the crime actually take
I
place.
seen
and
them
you're
ask
sitting-
you to leave, and I seen them escort you out of the building.
Did you really? That's the spin you're going with this? Did you see him try? Did you see him try to? No, not try. He took my property.
I seen him grab your property off
Yeah.
of the table.
Right,
Yes, sir.
right, okay.
But he gave it back to you, correct?
Yeah, after I was thrown out of a public event.
Okay.
So basically, crimes that happen in Lake Jackson don't get handled by Lake Jackson police, is what you're telling me.
Sir, this is an incident involving
No, this
county
is a crime.
deputy.
This is a crime.
It's an incident involving county deputy. Usually when there's an incident that involves an officer of an agency, it's handled by the agency.
So if I'm assaulted by a guy in Arkansas, then I have to travel all the way to Arkansas. If he's a policeman, I have to travel all the way to Arkansas to make that criminal complaint, or would you arrest the officer?
Sir, if the whole deal is you're dealing with an incident where that officer was acting. Yes, he was off duty, but he was acting.
He
in
never
official
identified as
capacity.
basically, you don't handle crimes that happen in Lake Jackson when it involves one of your own, one of the Blue Line gang, right? That's
Sir,
what you're telling me.
that's not what I'm saying.
That is what you're saying,
No, it's
because
not
yes,
what
it
I'm
is
saying.
it is what you're saying.
No, it's
you know what
not.
they're going to tell me when I go over to Brazoria County?
I do
They're going
not
to say
know.
that happened in Lake Jackson. Go over there.
You can take it above their head. You can take it to the DA's office.
But I should be able to walk in here and make a criminal complaint
can-
against the crime.
What I'm
with the
telling
crime.
you is what my admin told me. And if you don't get any satisfaction at the sheriff's office, the next step is to go above their head to the DA's office. So that's how you got to make things happen.
If it was me who put my hands on an officer, would Brazoria County, if I would have, let's say I would have put my hands on, which I clearly didn't, on one of them over there, would you have to wait for Brazoria County to come arrest me?
There would have been an investigation.
Well, there was no investigation in this time. But let's say I put my hands on them. Would you have to, because I was at an
Because
event?
the officer stated he would escort you out. And that was his
Escorted.
he was acting in his official capacity at that point, even though he was off duty. I'm not going to get into an argument with you
I'm not
about
arguing.
that. I don't want
John,
to.
ask if who was the off-duty security, the paid security for renting the facility.
There
that
wasn't
night.
any paid security for renting the facility.
Okay,
at the
there
time.
wasn't?
No.
It's pretty ridiculous that the police administrators send these guys out to run interference while they hide. In part 2, I'll show what happened when John went to the sheriff's office. Be sure to enable all notifications and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the rest of this shocking story.